Good day everyone, I am Manansala and today we're going to talk about how neural networks work. So before knowing how it works, let us briefly define neural networks. According to Inzagara 2018, neural networks are computing system that consists of a number of simple but highly interconnected elements or nodes called neurons. They are organized in layers which process information using dynamic state responses to external inputs. To put it simply, neural networks are neurons which process and compute information. To understand it better and to know how neural networks work, let us watch a video.
Last summer, my family and I visited Russia. Even though none of us could read Russian, we did not have any trouble in figuring our way out, all thanks to Google's real-time translation of Russian boards into English. This is just one of the several applications of neural networks. Neural networks form the base of deep learning, a subfield of machine learning where the algorithms are inspired by the structure of the human brain. Neural networks take in data, train themselves to recognize the patterns in this data, and then predict the outputs for a new set of similar data. Let's understand how this is done. Let's construct a neural network that differentiates between a square, circle, and triangle. Neural networks are made up of layers of neurons. These neurons are the core processing units of the network. First, we have the input layer, which receives the input. The output layer predicts our final output. In between exist the hidden layers which perform most of the computations required by our network. You might wonder how long this training process takes. Honestly, neural networks may take hours or even months to train. But time is a reasonable trade-off when compared to its scope. Let us look at some of the prime applications of neural networks. Facial recognition. Cameras on smartphones these days can estimate the age of the person based on their facial features. This is neural networks at play, first differentiating the face from the background and then correlating the lines and spots on your face to a possible age. Forecasting. Neural networks are trained to understand the patterns and detect the possibility of rainfall or a rise in stock prices with high accuracy. Music composition. Neural networks can even learn patterns in music and train itself enough to compose a fresh tune.
So another examples where neural networks can be applied are translating languages, identifying objects and images, and transcribing a speech. In conclusion, we are familiar with how neural networks work since it is illustrated through our familiar scenarios or situations where we use our brain to process data or information. So this is where our discussion ends. I hope you learned something about neural networks and thank you for listening.